live account is not simulated. I don't know where you guys see that. I don't understand that. I show traders over and over again. The live account is not simulated. It's real money, real orders. Where do you guys see this stuff? I don't get it. I showed it time and time again. The orders going through the DOM. Any personal account recommendations? For my personal account recommendations, I don't think it's right for me to give a personal account recommendation on here. I'd say I do
order submitted
a few different brokers that I use. I use Interactive Brokers and use a few others. I would say, stay tuned. I won't give a recommendation. XFA is SIM, correct? Yep, an express funded account is a SIM. There's no perfect hedge on equities. Richard, Dakota, prop changing rules left and right. What do you find about the CMA coming for prop traders? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Richard. If you could rephrase it. Apparently, the CMA wants more live accounts, not people staying in the sim. They're the ones making them. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know anything for sure. Let me make sure I get that straight. Maybe a lot of these questions are better asked when we have MP, right? It's asked during fast markets and MP. MP knows a lot more than I do, right? He runs the show. I'm a partner. I'm here. I'm a coach helping traders. I'm a trader. I'm a trader, everybody. That's what I am. I am a trader who trades. I trade for a living. I have started working with Top Step, trading with Top Step. This is not my primary income. My primary income is for my own personal trading. And I have really enjoyed coaching, right? So a lot of these questions are meant for like MP and the risk team. I can only tell you what I know.
order submitted
That's about it. I don't have any inside information. I am simply a partner and a trader and a coach. I'm not. Yeah. That's why I did the Top Step risk disclosure, right? It's none of this is financial advice. Will you do a review of a 3-bar reversal? I do it every night. Dakota, you should open your own prop firm. No, I don't want the headache of the prop firm. I think it's going to be the exact opposite. I could give my opinions. I don't mind. I love giving my opinions sometimes because it's good conversation. I think, and you guys see it on. Maybe there's a good reason. You follow me on the Twitter. I have conversations regarding this stuff on Twitter, so you guys should see it. I think that the space, the prop space, is going to be improving in the next, in the next, I don't know, 6 to 12 months. It's going to be very good. It's going to be very nice. I'm excited for what is to come. I'm super excited about the direction that Top Step is going. I fully behind it. That's why I'm here. I'm excited. I went through. I got my Series 3, my Series 30. Little hint. I'm actually just purchased the study material for my Series 31, and I've really enjoyed studying for that stuff. I forgot to say I'm Dakota. Yeah, tonight's one of those nights where people should use Google a little bit more, right? Top Step Broker. What is a Series 30 versus a Series 3? A Series 31. Series 31. Series 31 is exciting. But yeah, I have my Series 30 and I have my Series 31, right? Or my Series 30 and my Series 3. Soon to be my Series 31. So Series 3, Series 30, and just got the educational material for the 31. I don't find it too difficult to study. And the educational part is, for me, the easy stuff. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd through and through. I'll spend all my free time studying and learning. Like sometimes I've always questioned myself where, what do I do on my free time? I study. A lot of people will be out partying and having fun, and then I'd be the guy or the kid that was home studying and enjoying reading and stuff like that. I'm surprised you're not long the Nikkei. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm not long the Nikkei. I don't be surprised. Nasdaq keeps going up. Nasdaq keeps going up. I guess too many people are right. Yeah, a lot of this conversation, let's save it for NP. I think that's going to be the best. The direction that the prop firm industry is going is the correct direction, in my opinion. I'm excited. I'm super excited. Focus is going to be live accounts, real money, and the focus is going to be getting good traders, helping teach traders how to trade, finding consistency, and getting them to a live environment. And then answering that question, right? That's the question everybody's been asking over the past week is, well, why should I trade live, right? What's the difference between trading live at a brokerage account and, you know, having my own personal brokerage account, right? Like, what's the difference? And so it's being able to answer that question. Bring the big investors. Sounds like MP should be a guest on my slow markets. Maybe we'll get him. If you think we could get MP to be a guest in my class, we'll have to get MP. Still need to get Hogue and Andre on again. Can we have MP in slow markets? You know what? Before I forget, I'm gonna make a note to get MP in my slow markets. We'll see if he'll do it. There you go. All right. Yeah, I'm not locked out anymore. So, all right, let's get back to trading. Let's finish out. I'm not locked out. That was a nice conversation. It was a good one. I don't know anything than what I already tell you. I don't have any leaks. I don't have any insider information. I don't get that stuff. It's not me. So anyway, no spam in the chat or you're going to be gone. Thank you, Andrew. So people, let's get back to this. I'm not seeing much. Over here, over on the right hand side, that's one thing I'm watching. Let me look at the Nikkei. Nikkei having quite the sell off. I'm actually looking at. Let's see if we can get to a short at 2%, 2.25% on the Nikkei. I'm looking to short this market, to be honest. The question is where. I'm gonna just go ahead and focus on the Nikkei for right now. Nikkei is what I'm gonna watch. Now I know you guys might not like it because I'm looking at the Nasdaq and the Nikkei together. So if we see the Nasdaq, I'm actually not too opposed to shorting the Nasdaq. Looking for a short, looking for a little bit of a pullback down to like 830s. We're seeing a little bit of volatility here tonight. So I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to a short on the Nasdaq. The question, yeah, that is tempting. I'm not personally good at shorts. Do we take a short on the Nasdaq? And then we have the Nikkei. So now we have the Nikkei, and I'm actually liking the shorts better on the Nikkei, to be honest, because there's nice resistance. There's some nice resistance points here on the Nikkei, which can lead to a better opportunity in short rather than the Nasdaq. We're at 39. Let me make sure I have everything set up. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this still. I'm not completely convinced. Unless I just missed that opportunity. And then on the NASDAQ, am I missing it? I'm looking at 2 5-minute charts. What am I doing? I want to make sure I'm looking at a hour time frame. We'll do a 100-day chart over here on the right. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this. I'm liking the short side on the Nasdaq and on the Nikkei, and we typically see a spike in volatility on gold. Gold's not doing much. Gold's kind of just hanging out here, and let's get back to the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq over here on the left, and we'll keep the Nikkei over here on the right, and we'll see if one's going to present a better opportunity than the other. Because I'll be okay with the shorts. Can we trade ZB on Top Step? Yes, you can. ZB, I haven't paid much attention to the 30-year bond. It has been going up today over the past period. Let me see what the 2-year is doing. I know you guys might not, I don't talk about the 2-year very often, but it's been going up, which is a positive sign. You guys didn't know that, ZT. It looked pretty scary for a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Sorry if I'm moving a little bit quick for everybody, but markets move quick, and I am looking to see if I can get into a short on the Nasdaq or the Nikkei, whichever one sets up. I want to short 28.90, 8.90. You're looking to short up here. I can see that up in this zone. That's a decent area, right? There's support, resistance, and support here as well. So that could be a decent area to short. I'm looking at this because like there is, right, this was support right there. There was some support up in that area, and there was also support right there where we held up near power hour. So I'm okay with both. I want to see how we react here. The only downside is like, we're still down 0.25% tonight, about 0.25%. We were down almost as much as 3/4, and it is slow markets. You don't know how you feel about the Nasdaq going down. If you're a fib trader, it's at a 61.8 on the 5-minute. So you're talking about the fib trader as, oh, that's not it. That's definitely not it. The Fibonacci. I used to be a fib trader, and that is what you're referring to as we're right there at the 50. I can see it. And I like it.
Order submitted.
I'm actually liking a short on the Nikkei. So I'm going to focus on the Nikkei, and I'm going to see if I can get myself into a short position on the Nikkei. So it's 390. We'll go 400. And then I'm going to talk about risk. So my risk.
Order submitted.
This pivot. This is the main one I'm watching. I'm watching these pivots. Every time we touch it, there's been a bit of a resistance there. We're seeing some resistance right now. And I think I was busy talking and not trading for this example. I want to see a little bit of a bounce up because I'm on this sell-off, right? There is support. That support became resistance. And then here's some resistance again. So my stop loss is probably going to be above 470. That would be my stop loss for this short. Yeah, I think I might be missing that one. I might be missing it. Let's take a look. Was there any news tonight? I want to double check that. I think it's not too crazy of a night tonight. There's not much going on in terms of news. We do have the consumer confidence tomorrow. We have FOMC minutes. That's big thing tomorrow. We have the FOMC meeting minutes. That could be moving the markets. Going through, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Wednesday we have the core PCE, unemployment claims, and then holiday is Thursday. So it's
Order submitted.
That's going to do something, but I think that short was right there. Let me switch it back to the Nasdaq. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq, and then we'll get to some more questions. $890. Morning $890, huh?
Order submitted.
Yeah, let's watch this. I think it's just going to be better for me to watch both. And if I like one better than the other one, or if one actually sets up between the Nikkei and the Nasdaq, then I'll take it. So we'll keep the Nasdaq over here on the left, and then I'll just keep the Nikkei over here on the right. You know what? I'm going to do it. Nikkei's selling off. Nikkei is selling off. I'm going to go ahead and jump in at the ask on the Nasdaq. So here we go, Nasdaq. I'm short one. Pretty much 675. We have 5 minutes, and then I'm going to do the 100 tick over here on the right hand side. And let's talk about risk. So I like my risk above that pivot. Now the question for me is always going to be, do I want it above that? Because there's some support and resistance. I think I'm going to keep it at 745 for right now. And now the question is my target. My target is probably going to be right back down here near the lows. So that would be
Order submitted.
Reward. I do see this pivot low. See if we can run back and test. Maybe there's a reason to say just a test of that. That's not a good 2-1. Let's see how this one plays off. I want to see how this one plays off first. Bitcoin bouncing. Where do you get your news? A lot of when I start to look at news is this Trader Hub. I take a look at this Trader Hub. Before this, I mean, this gives all the news, right? And if there's anything that happens, you can see over here on the left-hand side. So that's quick and easy. But before that, I was doing Forex Factory. Forex Factory was that. But this one I found to be a little bit easier now. I'm still getting used to it. It's just me getting used to it. But all the news is here where you can do the filters and see everything happen. Which market do you think is liquid enough to trade during the Asian session? I mean, it depends on your strategy, right? If we're talking about liquidity, I mean, yeah, the NASDAQ has liquidity. If we pull up the DOM, you see the DOM, you see how there's like, 3, 4, 5. It's pretty liquid. Then we pull up, say, let me make sure I have everything. I really want this, the 100 tick. I don't know why I did. Then if we pull up something like the Nikkei, right? So if we pull up something like the Nikkei, it's a little bit less liquid. Yeah, look at the Nikkei selling off. Yeah, Nikkei was the one to short. That was the short. Nikkei was the short. Oh well. Oh well. I would have loved to bid in the Nikkei. It just moves a lot more at this time. So I would have already been up $200-300 on that one. So and then we take a look at something like the bonds or the notes. And look at this, right? If you're seeing the bid and ask on this 2-year, almost 1,000 contracts sitting there at the ask, 41 at the bid, but thousands, right? So that's very, very liquid. You want to get in and out, like there's no problem with that one. And so it depends on the market you're trading. We can take a look at, say, like crude oil. Crude oil is, maybe tens. That's a little bit thicker of a bid and an ask. It looks like crude oil's starting to rally. And then we take a look back at the NASDAQ. Yeah, NASDAQ's going against me now. And it's just like 1s, 2s, and 3s. The Nikkei, 7. I mean, it just depends. Liquid, yeah, you all these markets, you could get in and out. You can get in and out of any of these markets without much difficulty. Unless it's like right before a news event, then it can be a little bit scary. Oil's going up. Yeah, oil's starting to bounce, if you guys seen that. So I'm going to keep this. So I keep doing. There you go. So I keep doing that. Just so we could watch this trade over here on the right-hand side. Right, we could watch this trade on the right, and then we could check these other markets. Let's take a look at crude, right? Crude oil is bouncing. Wow, it's going. Yeah, that's a decent move for crude oil at this time. That is a decent move for crude oil. Interesting. Okay, let's get some more of these questions. How does the DOM work exactly? I don't know what I'm looking at when it comes to the DOM. Don't overthink it. It's very simple and straightforward. this is the DOM, depth of market. The numbers on the right hand side, these are the people wanting to sell it. It's called the ask. Like there's 8 people wanting to sell one contract. These are the sellers on the right hand side. The left hand side are the buyers, people wanting to buy it. And then right in between that is where the actual market is at. Right? That's where the orders are getting filled. Where the buyers and sellers are coming to, agreement at the moment. Gold, so showing up gold. Is gold going up too? Yeah, gold's breaking to the long side. Where from a technical standpoint, I mean, if we're watching gold, right? If we're talking technicals, flagging pattern, then we see another rally up. Now we see a pullback. Are we going to see that rally up again? Maybe we come up and test these 40.